Welcome to the monastic yet Lecullen Fortress of Funitude on the outskirts of greater downtown Funsville. Yeah, I'm Uncle Fun.
And I'm Sparky.
Crossfade, if you please.
Or if you don't.
Well, Sparky, in our last video, we, and by we I mean you, offered our viewers a glimpse into your past.
Oh, you mean the thing about me and Snow White being an item way back when?
Depending on which sense you mean the word item in, a news item, a menu item, an item on a police blotter, perhaps.
Look, I've already explained the absolute rated G-ness of this whole thing, so can we just move on, please?
Yeah, and that's precisely what we're going to do right now. We thought you fine folks out there in internet land might be interested in knowing what we've been doing all these years that you haven't heard of us, so we're going to offer a brief compendium of our finest work.
Instead of a career highlights sort of thing.
So without any further ado, allow us to present Uncle Fun and Sparky's Litany of Failed Pilots.
Graphics department really went all out for us this time, didn't they?
Oh yes, once again their work meets expectations.
Fortunately for them, our expectations are reasonably low.
Indeed. Yeah, now Sparky, speaking of pilots, I believe you were almost in on a film industry first.
And here it is.
Yeah, so what's the story here? Clearly they went with someone else for this role.
Yeah, I wonder whatever became of him. Anyways, this was intended as kind of a companion piece to Buster Keaton's Steamboat Bill Jr. It was kind of a make-good. I was in Steamboat Bill Jr., I was on location and everything, but my scenes hit the cutting room floor.
And it would appear the floor, along with other parts of the building, hit you.
That was all planned, like Keaton. I did my own stunts. I went in with my head wide open and my eyes straight up.
Yeah, well, that explains a lot. Maybe.
Yeah, well, I worked with Buster in other projects before.
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
It's presumed lost. Last nitrate print got destroyed in a warehouse fire.
I see.
Yeah, there's rumors there's negatives floating around somewhere in Nigeria under a stack of old Patrick Troughton Doctor Who's.
Oh, well, let's keep our fingers crossed for the return of whatever they can find. Yeah, for all that, though, you never let a little setback like that deter you.
Nope, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step in the wrong direction.
I guess. In any event.
As they say in the Olympic decathlon.
Yes, you made a quite successful transition to sound. Quite successful from the looks of it. I'm sure there's a story here, Sparky.
Oh, there's more stories here than the Empire State Building.
Yes, well, elaborate.
I got you nonplussed here, don't I?
Ever so slightly.
Yeah, well, they were looking around for a new sidekick for Betty Boop.
And that's why she's kicking you in the side here, right?
No, that's not what's going on here. You want to know what actually is going on here?
This video has already been tagged as not being made for kids. Let's not push it.
Because, you know, I could go on and on.
And so you shall, once the mic's no longer hot. Cut to the chase.
The thing of it is it was getting kind of weird, what with Betty having a dog for a boyfriend and all.
And somehow someone out there thought that you would bring the weirdness factor down a touch.
That's the stuff and substance of it, yeah. But it didn't work out, so off I go again, pounding the pavement, and eventually I wind up at Warner's.
For the free lunches or the dachshunds?
Well, they did have wiener dog racing every other Thursday there.
You don't say. Well, just exactly what is this doing here? Because this is manifestly and obviously not you.
Nope. This is Buddy.
Ah, yes, Buddy. The name escapes me.
Yeah, well, Warner's was floundering around trying to find a big cartoon star.
To rival that actual cartoon star whose name you won't mention and who you claim to know nothing about?
Yeah, that little son of a bitch.
Anyway, so what's the deal with Buddy here?
Well, he crashed and burned.
Imagine that.
But he did have a girlfriend they thought had some potential. Her name was Cookie.
I don't think anyone needed the cartoon finger to point out which one Cookie is. So? Yeah, there's a definite theme emerging here.
You mean the theme where everybody likes the Rushes except the head of the studio and Cookie's agent?
Yes, why not that one?
What a bitch.
By that you mean the situation in general, Cookie...
Cookie's agent. She was Snow White's agent, too. When Snowy heard about it, she immediately changed her representation. That's how we first got together.
Oh, well, that figures.
It was at the Omacombo at an agent firing party.
Yes, I've been to one or two of those. How many agents were being fired on that occasion?
Not many, 6 or 7 tops.
Maybe this is a good time to skip ahead to when you and I first got together. In a showbiz sense, that is.
My wish is your command. Well, my time at Warner's wasn't exactly wasted because Frizz Freeling took a liking to me.
As he should.
Yeah, he's got a thing for people with speech impediments. I worked for a while as Daffy Duck's dialogue coach.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, I helped him a lot with his lisp.
Fascinating.
Yeah, off-screen he sounds just like King Charles.
No.
Hand to God. Anyway, later on, when Frizz got tabbed for the FMPU...
The FMPU meaning the First Motion Picture Unit. They made propaganda films during World War II.
I know that.
Yes, but many of the people out there won't. A lot of water has passed under the bridge since then.
It's all them dams what got blowed up. You ever see the guns in Navarone?
We're drifting, Sparky.
So roll the film already.
Yeah, now this is only a fragment, but...
Where's the rest of it?
Probably under a stack of Patrick Troughton Doctor Who's.
A lot of memories there.
Yes, although I've never been particularly proud about the way our images were used.
Yeah, it's all part and parcel with the war effort. It's like being painted in the nose of a fighter plane or a bomber.
You wouldn't say that if you'd ever had to work as a smoke jumper.
Yeah, well, I don't know about you, but I managed to score some primo souvenirs out of the whole experience.
You did not take those from MacArthur.
Well, I didn't take them from Omar Bradley.
As played by Carl Malden?
Speaking of which, Patton finished the war down a couple of pearl-handled pistols.
I don't want to know.
It's fine. Statute of limitations must have run up by now.
Yeah, well, that's the sound of the fun line, mercifully leaving the end of whatever this discussion is for another video.
Time to talk another lost sword down off the edge of ennui.
That's all right, Sparky, I get it.
Sure you don't want me to tell him how to mix baking soda and drink Nino in a blender?
Positive.
Don't be shy. Hit that like button.
And click on subscribe.
And don't forget to remember to go to Uncle Fun and Sparky Land.
Use the address at the bottom of the video.
Or just Google it.
Yes, that'll work too.